Good morning. Welcome, everybody, to today's live stream. We've got some important charts to go over, namely Bitcoin, and it's actually breaking out this very second, which is cool, I guess. Are we making a higher high? What's happening here? Kind of hard to define this compressionary range, but we'll try to do it. Thank you for tuning in. See if you have any comments. Oh, I didn't even, pop it out. 1 second. Just gotta pop out chat. There we go. Cool. So while I do my Bitcoin analysis, tell me what coins you want me, or altcoins you want me to analyze. And yes, Doge is a valid option. It's almost top 20 market cap. Doge is almost top 20 market cap. Like, the amount of daily transactions that happen on Doge is kind of ridiculous. Like, the fact that Doge does better... Wow. Hold on. This is popping off right now. I wonder if my ETH order filled. Actually, I want to check that for myself. Hold on. I was in ETH packs, I think. Okay, let's see. Here on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, one of my orders filled. That's good. Hooray! So, got my entry at 310. And I'm not going to show you the trading view idea because that's for people who give me money. ETH is a good chart, but I'm not telling you why. It's secret information. So I'd like to see how this plays out. Okay, what next? Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin trend continuation. Let's talk about what that would look like, right? What would it mean if Bitcoin would continue to go up? That's what's on everybody's mind. How do we enter into this euphoric trend? Well, I'll tell you. Actually, I just kind of talked myself into a corner because I don't have a good answer for it. You know, we have this ridiculous parabola, and it is ridiculous. And the problem with ridiculous parabolas is they tend to continue euphorically on and on and on without a swing low forming. So I just need to point out the similarities between this and this, right? And what's most concerning about this, and by concerning I mean euphorically bullish, is the chart has enough potential energy to actually support the move. All right, that's what's ridiculous. I'm just going to show you what I mean. I'm going to switch this to log, and yes, I did change my chart settings so it doesn't snap me back to -0. Shout out to Singularity for pointing out that wonderful tip on actually how to make my chart scale to size and not the indicators. Hooray! Hopefully it's easier to see from now on. So, what's important to note is we have identical 3D wave PM readings here and here, right? Since we had euphoric bullish trend, which generated massive amounts of distributional width, and then the market needs to compress into a state of potential energy, right? That's what this radiating blue and green is. But once you have the entire market into a state of potential energy, what happens? Trend. So the question is, do we immediately get trend now at a faster rate than the previous logarithmic cycle? Or the previous cycle in... Never mind. You know what I'm saying. And then we had this 3-month-long compressionary period where everything was blue, like just this right here. So look at that. And I'll actually open up the data window to show you what I mean. All right, let's scroll down to 3D Wave PM. Just watch all these values. Ready? Almost every single one of them was blue. And none of them were expanding. So it was like the most bullish possible signal for trend continuation. And what's important to note now is if you take a look at the current 3D wave PM ratings, it's pretty much the same. Everything is either blue or green, and you're only just starting to see expansion. Alright, and whenever we have the beginning of trend from a place of potential energy, guess what happens? Well, last time it happened, it was a 4,000% move. So, I mean, it's concerning to actually want to FOMO into this, you know? Sure, you can actually wait for the swing low. Let's actually define the pivots. Okay, longest over expanded period is currently 120. I have the data window here, 125. Okay, so if we take a second and pop in 125 onto the daily chart, guess what we're going to find? Pivot for trend. So, I actually want to point out this trend line because it's super obvious. Alright, there's this trend line here. Probably people are drawing it as a rising wedge. Right? Actually, if we go into like the Bitcoin trading view ideas, we're going to see that rising wedge. And then we're above it. It really is a euphoric parabola. I just find it humorous. It's humorous. So, if we test this pivot here, you can reasonably take a long on it. If we go inside, you can reasonably take a short on it. It's simple as that, okay? The problem is, if you enter a long now, you aren't going to know if the chart's bearish or not until a 20% drawdown. So, that's the risk you take by entering a long now. Okay? Our pivot for trend is 20% away. So, if you enter a long now, you aren't going to know it's a bad trade until 20% down. So if you want to take longs now, beware. Right? That's what happens when you don't enter with a signal. If you FOMO into this trend, you might get burned. It's just a fact. You could also profit insanely because this might be the start of the bull run. Who knows? Right, so you are presented with a very difficult question. Your options are to ignore risk management, bag hold, and give in to the euphoric bullishness of Bitcoin. The problem is, if that doesn't work out for you, you're probably going to liquidate your account. Right? Entering now is kind of an all or nothing proposition. Because if you enter now, no way in hell are you going to want to sell 20% lower. You're just saying, oh, well, it's just a dip. Who cares? Right? Bitcoin's in its bull run. It's going to go to higher highs. What's a 20% dip mean to me? And then it dips another 20%, and then you're starting to sweat, and, well, if you're on leverage, that's your entire account gone. So, I'm sure you can understand my hesitation to actually enter long now. Where's the good risk management? What's the right way to play this? It's waiting for the dip. You want to wait for the dip. And the problem is, every time you wait for the dip, Bitcoin goes up another 30%. So, your options are to gamble or do nothing. At least do nothing until you get the right signal. But I've been waiting for that signal, and it's been very difficult for me. Right? My USD value has actually been pretty unchanged since early June. Which, I mean, is good, because I'm an altcoin trader, and pretty much everything in the altcoin market is red. So, I'm actually not going to complain about losing, or not losing money, you know? But that's what keeps me up at night, if you are wondering. And trying to beat Nightmare King Grim and Hollow Knight, that's the other thing that keeps me up at night. Man, what a fun game. Anyway. I don't know what I'm looking for anymore. You know, God, we're making real higher highs here. Which is good, because I entered an F long. Another big F long. This is, holy moly, 2.5%. But the move since I started this stream, FUSD is basically unchanged, which means FBTC is going down. And you know, a cat with charts actually made me a thing. It's in the pinned messages. Hold on. Here it is. We're going to jump over to this, and I'm just going to copy and paste this into the ticker, and I'm going to add this symbol because you should have these. Right? This combines all the exchanges, or at least all the relevant ones, and turns it into information you can trade. Whoa. Yeah. So FUSD is like staying completely static, but FBTC is having a sad day. Oh no! What a poor boy. That's okay, because we're actually waiting for that swing low to enter this. So. It is just a wafer-thin dumperino. Actually, things are getting really bearish really fast for all the altcoins out there. Holy moly. Because if Bitcoin has trend continuation, alts have to dump. Right? Because alts are pretty hard set on just maintaining their USD value as long as Bitcoin's going up. Well, you can understand the negative implications. Right? If I just compare this to Bitcoin, I'll show you what I mean. BTC USD. Right? It's pretty much just going to be an exact inverse of all the other coins. Unless, oh, this is EOS USD, duh. Right, like, it's just complete opposites. Every single move is just perfectly mirrored. And while we're doing this, I'm going to snap off scale price to chart only. There we go. It's just uncanny how everything is doing the opposite of Bitcoin. Which means if Bitcoin makes a higher high here, you're probably going to stop out of your altcoins. GVT is doing its own thing now. That's nice. And GXS. Oh boy, we actually had a great call here. Yeah, we took a long on this candle, made 20%. Huh. Actually, I'm going to set an alert for this because that's a good swing low. I'm just going to draw a random trend line and right-click, add alert on trend line. Simple as that. It's pretty easy stuff, right? Create. Yeah, setting alerts on things you draw on your chart is something a lot of people don't do. I really recommend it. You know, I saw someone in chat saying how bullish IOTA USD was. I'll show you what they meant. But I'm like, man, have you at least checked the Bitcoin pairing? Because things get pretty ridiculous. Here, watch. We're going to unsync symbol, and we're just going to change this to IOTA USD. Right, so IOTA USD is underperforming Bitcoin USD. Why? Because IOTA is constantly tanking while Bitcoin's going up. Right, so it's not that IOTA is bullish. It's that Bitcoin is having a party without it. However, alts maintaining their USD value isn't entirely a bad thing. Which, I mean, it kind of reduces the risks of a lot of your altcoin positions right now. Because when Bitcoin dumps, in theory, hopefully, alts either recover their price or money will flow back into alts. Or at least their dumps will be minimal, to say the least. Okay. That's it. That's it. That's all I want to say about Bitcoin. As we get our higher high. Oh my god. The har. That's it. Make sure you like this trading view idea. I want to get these things to the front page because it's, you know, better than the rising wedge everyone else has been drawing. I already showed you the Rising Wedge. You know what I'm talking about. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Make sure you leave a comment. Interaction is wildly important to this. Please, do me a favor. Leave me a comment on this video. Bye-bye. What we got here? Okay. Yes, Dorothy, that is outside my window. I am live streaming in a forest. Would you look at Blaze again? I would love to. It'd be my pleasure. Everyone else watching, make sure you give me what altcoins you want me to look at. I didn't announce this live stream. God damn it. At everyone. I'm live. God damn it. Ugh. Totally forgot. Oh. Oof. I need a second monitor, but my computer no longer supports it. Because it's 9 years old. This was a $5,000 computer 9 years ago. So, I mean, it's pretty much just a decent laptop in power terms, like today. So, I'll be getting a new MacBook sometime this month. I'm gonna drop like $4,000 on it, but I don't know. I just prefer the convenience of Macs. It's worth it for me. I have a lot of expenses coming up here. Oh, I need to figure out how to get rid of pretty much all my stuff, because I just want to travel the world and trade Bitcoin. Sounds really appealing. FUSD is virtually unchanged. You know what? Trading altcoins is a lot less scary when you just look at the USD pairings. I mean, it's hard to dislike them up here. DLZ. You know, I think I might just start out by touring Thailand for a month. I don't feel like registering for a visa quite yet. I might also do like Vietnam and Malaysia, just as long as they'll let me stay in each country. Then I think I might settle down whichever one I like the most. Because I know the only way to get a visa in Thailand is to give the government like $15,000. Or to get a self-defense visa in Chiang Mai. There's like this ex-military police academy. And they'll train you in self-defense. And they'll give you like a 4-year-long visa. And that's the only way. Like, teachers aren't allowed to stay in the country that long. It's ridiculous. So it's a pretty cool loophole I found. Okay, Blaze. What do I think about this chart? I'm just going to do ACAT because 3D Wave PM looks clean. Also, I changed the aesthetics of ACAT to be appealing. Sorry, Cat. I didn't mean it like that. But honestly, it looks so much better now, man. I gotta say. Except it's reading a maxed out period. That's too bad. So I'll check it on the 1 hour chart because we'll get the same reading. Yes, ask me your altcoins, folks. Please. There we go. Yeah, view is going up. That's good. Certainly taking its time loading. Very nice. Oh, wow, that shorter mean version already completed, and we're not getting a clean mass reading here on the 1 hour. I don't know if it's worth consolidating the mass on a higher time frame. What do you guys think? Also, I'm going to do one thing. I want to show that second standard deviation around the... Actually, I don't care about the locks. I want TLCP. Ooh. Hold on. If this is maxed out on the 4 hour, then it means we can get a high... Duh. Let's get a reading on the daily. Oh, wow. This is not a bad chart. There was some actually pretty decent confluence a little bit down there. But trend is still defined as the daily. On the daily, trend is defined as down. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Man, looking at this chart, you should probably just put a buy order at 210 sats. Because those wicks are insane. I really miss Legend Coin. It was listed on Bittrex. It was a shit coin, but it was a cryptocurrency that could be used in a club at Las Vegas, and that was its only use case, and it didn't try to be anything else. It was a total shit coin. But the thing is, it was excellent to trade for the following reason. People would buy the coin to use it, and they would buy like $10,000 at a time. Right? Because they're going to go to a club, they're going to blow a bunch of this crypto, and they're going to have a great time. Right? So what happens when you buy $10,000 worth of a low market cap shitcoin? The price explodes and then immediately dumps. So you could actually make money on Playboys buying the coin for its actual use case. It was so much fun to trade, but they actually delisted it, which is unfortunate, but it was really fun. Okay, Qdom. Really clean longest overexpanded period, but we're inside of it? That doesn't seem right. Oh, I see. Do you see that little sliver of red at the top? That's the reading we're getting. Yeah, I have to switch this over. We're going to check that 250 period, eh? Trend is still defined as down. That's too bad. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of bullish mean reversions in the upcoming months. I'm just going to wait for them to actually activate before I bet against macro level trend, you know? Check those YouTube comments again. Ethereum USD. Man, what did I just say about doing the USD charts right now? Everything's going to look bullish. Though admittedly, this has sustained itself better than a lot of coins. There is comprehensive net expansion to the downside, so trend resumption is actually probable here. You know, if you want to trade the USD pair, just trade Bitcoin. Like, that's all I have to say. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. Right, if you want to bet that this is going to go up in USD value, you're going to be better off just buying Bitcoin. Verbidu, man, you scare me, man. I don't want to know how much of your portfolio you're actually risking. Okay, any new YouTube comments for what I should look at? Dorothy, thank you for being the only commenter today. I don't know what everyone else is up to. Super quiet. I have an appointment, or I had an appointment to do some white hat SEO to get viewership up. I didn't hear back from yesterday. So, hopefully I'll get in touch tomorrow, you know? Or at least I should message him again. Viewership on TradingView Ideas is generally pretty good, and it's much easier to shill. Alright, I'm going to give you guys 1 minute to put any final altcoin comments in. Curva, I'll do Litecoin for you now. And then I'll probably just write in the keywords for my TradingView idea, and if there's nothing else new, then I'll move on. Litecoin USD. Jesus, that's like... It's up 500% in the last few months, and it was completely under my radar. Like... To give you perspective, it has climbed the same percentage as it did in the previous bull run. That return is insane. And it's a sustained move with no mass generation, so we can't define mean reversion pivots. Because it's like running a marathon sprint. The coin is pacing itself perfectly for a sustained move. That's something else. It's something else. All right, so quad CCI, that's my recommendation. You have an uptrend, take the 14-period CCI roll-ups on the 4-hour chart to get long entries into the uptrend. That's it. That's literally it. We can actually do a pitchfork here. We can do a pitchfork, but it's going to be sloppy. From the swing low to the swing high. Swing low. It fits pretty well. It's an active uptrend. You know, if you want to buy in the bottom edge of that trend line, I recommend it. Try. Go ahead. Right? We need to change our tool sets to trade in a trending market. If we're going to be in a trending market, we need to use tools for a trending market. Mean reversions are super probable in a compressing market. When you have trend, like serious significant trend, things get a little weird. Sure, they can accurately define when trend is over on macro level time frames, but otherwise you're introducing a lot of unnecessary risk. What was your thought on XRP? I'm bullish on XRP. I like the MoneyGram news, but I'm bullish on it as a long hold, and that's a super important distinction. I am buying and holding XRP at this time. All right, let me show you the pull on the next chart, XRP BTC. Man, oh man, if this is the first time we've had a CCI roll where it didn't end up bullish, that would be insane. Times it. 136, eh? Like, every time there's been a 14-period CCI roll, there's been a bullish move. It's pretty uncanny. Like, that was one. This was one. This was one. This was one. This was one. And now we have this. Right? It's happened 9 times in a row. And then we got the signal here, and we tried longing, and now we're down 8%. That's actually not as bad as I thought. But your upside's 120%. So I'm in a long hold for it. My contract expires in September. There's a lot of risk. But it's a smaller position, so I'm comfortable with it. F. Yeah, if Bitcoin goes sideways, a lot of the higher cap coins are going to explode. I absolutely agree with you. Coconut Spring, hello my boy. Let's check out Ethereum, eh? Oh, I'm bullish on ETHUSD and ETHBTC, but I can't tell you why. Because I actually made it a trade call, and I can't give that away. So unfortunately, I cannot do that coin for you. Moringa tastes so weird. It's like lemongrass without the lemon. Probably because it's just an African grass. That's probably why. Are we at 11,000 right now? Oh, I'm Bitfinex, I get it. There's probably tether divergence right now, it's fine. But this is exciting stuff. We actually have a scalpable mean reversion pivot on the 3-minute chart. Hold on. I'm just going to pop open ACAT, see how it behaves. Man, oh man, I need to range trade with ACAT more. Because even here on the 3-minute chart, see these green bands set up here? They're really good at defining ranges. Okay, point aside. We have an active mean reversion pivot. And I'll be honest, I'm going to make the 3.2s yellow. So that's easier for me to see. And it doesn't interfere with my main band. And I'm going to increase the visibility of my main band. I don't need the blue one, I want the purple one. Oops. Maybe I do want the blue one. Oh, that's why. It's neon blue. No wonder it looks so bad. Give me that beige purple, please. Nice. I can get behind that. Perfect. Yeah, so that's going to be a bearish mean reversion pivot here pretty quickly. Hey! We're ramping up there, eh? I haven't heard of ZCL in a long time. That's a pump and dump shitcoin, isn't it? Yes, it is. I traded this bad boy. Oh my god, that is offensive. Oh, that is hard to look at. It's rare that you see purple on 3 new APM. It means like a 0 value. Sorry, I should actually look at that chart for real. ZCL BTC. Dude, it's pump and dump shitcoin. Don't know what you want me to say, I'll be honest. If you want to buy it, hoping that it goes up eventually, you can, but I can't analyze that, you know? It is gambling. Alright? Like, I tried to do this on eBoost, EBST, and it went to 0. Right? I lost like $400 from that. So, yes, you can have 4,000% returns, but you just totally need to be aware that going to 0 is equally as likely. And I can't even show you the EBST chart anymore because it got delisted. So the risk is there. Another one is NXT. And I think NXT actually... you know, if you're going to do this, at least do half and half in each. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. NXT and ZCL, you can do that for. But otherwise, the risk is just astronomically high. It's an all or nothing play. You need to recognize that. Can you explain the significance of the 3.2 standard deviation on the Bollinger Band? Yep. It theoretically contains 99.85% of the data. Virtually all the data. That's the point. Right? So it's a more accurate way of reading an extreme value. Of course, that's only true assuming static distributions. But with the proper 3 wave PM readings, it can be very useful. Oh, I want to short Bitcoin here. Because that range is really well defined, and we're actually getting a bearish confirmation candle right now. I might short Bitcoin. I'm going to do it. Screw it. Give me a second while I go into my BitMEX account. I'll be right back. The stream's not over. Ah, my hotkey didn't work. Disappear. Screw it, I'll just do it manually. Three, two, one, I'm coming back. Hello, welcome. Okay, so on the 15-minute chart, we're going to try shorting. Yeah, because the range as defined on the 15-minute chart's really good. Let's do it. I think we're just going to do... First, we need to figure out our profit ratio. Okay, we want to see a 3.5% downside. And if we're going to have a 1% upside, I'm willing to risk 3% of my portfolio. So we're going to do 3x, which means we want a position size of 2,700 contracts. I know it's a small position, but now let's just round it up to 3,000. 3,000 limit order. We want to short from 18900. There we go. Sell short, post only, so we don't accidentally market fill. And let's see if that fills. Okay. And then we're just going to have a stop market above the local high. We're just going to assume 1174. Or we could just do trailing stop. That would activate at the same value. Right, so currently that would be a difference of, I think, $100. Oh. Goodness gracious. Let's do 150. Okay. Trailing USD value of $150. Set buy stop. For the same value. Looks good. Very nice position. Yeah, because there's actually a lot of confluence there. It's the 3.2 standard deviation tag of the 1/10th longest overexpanded period. Trend is still technically defined, but at least we could see a retrace to the mean reversion pivot. And if it actually activates the mean reversion condition, well, that'll be big, wouldn't it? So, very happy with this. I want to see how it turns out. BCH, please. Let's do it right now, eh? I'm going to do BCH and then I'll be done for the day, okay? Trend is defined as down, mean reversion pivot is not crossed. You could actually probably short this to quite some success. Let's do it. Let's short it. It's a bit late on the entry, so I'm just going to do a super small position. Okay. I want to see what the USD value is so I can CHUSD. Okay. $481, so I'm just going to do like 1 or 2 BCH. You know, because I have to use a huge stop, I'm just going to short 1 just for the fun of it. 2, I don't want to raise my liquidation price too much. And I should set up my market stops or XRP. Do I sell at market? No, because it's essentially just mirroring Bitcoin, isn't it? BTC/USD. It's not worth overexposing yourself because they're just opposite positions. The problem is, oh. Yeah, there's the lower low in XRP. I think I might just stop out of it for now. I don't want to overexpose myself here. I'm going to close my shorter term contract. And I'm going to try this. I'm just going to have it close slightly above entry price. Because there will be a volatility pop to the upside at some point. Like, I don't want to be stuck in a contract that expires in 6 days. Especially if there's potential downside. We want it for it to be, we'll just close the entire position. It's not worth it. You know, because the idea was, I actually had a 700 contract open here. I opened it near the top, and I just left it open. And it just went down, 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 down. I only lost like $40 on the downtrend. And then I decided to quadruple or plus that, the size of the position, right on this candle. And we actually pumped into profit. And given the potential for a reversal, I didn't actually activate this, did I? One second. Okay. Oh. You know, because these positions are confluent. I didn't really consider that this was comprehensive net expansion, did I? My bad, that was a bad position. This is just a bad position. Yeah, that's bullish. I'm just going to minimize risk by a lot. It's just not worth it. If there's comprehensive net expansion to the upside, I am not betting against it. Wait, Dad, how can you use BitMEX in the US? LOL. This is just a small account that someone else made for me. It's only has 0.1 Bitcoin in it, and I kind of just trade it for the spectacle. You know, because I'm all about little loss, big win. And, you know, I've been trading this for a month, and you can see that it's just gone down. I've just been taking really tiny positions. Like, we're down maybe 5% in a month. And yeah, I haven't won a trade yet on it. And that's fine, because I'm betting on macro level plays. Like, each time I lose maybe 1% of my portfolio, but when I win, I'm going to double the portfolio, right? So it's all about risk. And when I say it's all about risk, it also means that you know what I mean about using BitMEX. You know, it'd be cool if we made a few bucks on this, but I'm not going to bet on it. Or I am betting on it, but I wouldn't, like, bet on it, you know? All right, folks, that's going to be it for today's live stream. It's been fun. I will talk to you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. You guys have a beautiful day. Oh, my hotkeys aren't going to work. Fine. Intro.